guys, it's Frosting, and welcome back to another Thoughts On video. This time we're going to be covering K-pop Demon Hunters. In this video, we have a character ranking, a song ranking, and a section where I get to just ramble about my overall thoughts. So, let's do this thing. Unlike the last video that I made about Cinderella's Castle, I haven't ranked anything pre this video, because the other one was music, and it required, listen to the song again, since I've only ever seen it the once. I've seen this movie, I think, 15 gajillion times now, so now I feel pretty confident in ranking the songs without having to listen to them again, because I listen to them nonstop. So, first up, we have the characters. As you can see, we have the Huntrix, Soja Boys, Derpy, and Sussy are also in one image, because it's wrong to separate them both separately, since I already know where I'm putting both of them anyway. And then I have Bobby, because why would I not have him? Alright, so first, just to get it out of the way, these two, Derpy and Sussy, they're going into S tier. I don't know, it would be wrong to put them somewhere else. Actually, no, they're higher than S tier. They go up here. But that doesn't fit on the slide, and I don't want to, lose this image, so they're going to come down here. Also, I apologize for the text messaging sounds. I think it's a combination of Pudding and my mother. I don't know. Anyway, next up on the character ranking, I'm also going to do Romance. I grabbed him just because. Romance is my personal favorite Soja Boy, and I love him, but I know that he's also a very underrated character, and that he doesn't get a lot of screen time, he doesn't get a lot of talking, and he really only gets, a few parts in Soda Pop and Your Idol. So because of the fact that he gets such few things, I'm going to move him to A tier. Just, if he had more screen time, he would be an S tier character, but for now, he's A tier. Also, who the fuck keeps texting me so many times? What is even happening? Like I was saying, if Romance had more screen time, and if he was a more appreciated character, he would definitely go into S tier. But it really kind of feels like the Huntrix people and Genu are the only characters that had actual development in the movie, so he has to kind of just stay there. I love him, though, so he's going up there. Alright, next, Bobby. Sure, why not? Alright, next up is Bobby. I love him. He's a good side character. He's just not my favorite character. And, my favorite characters are going in S and A tiers. I think S is my absolute favorite, A, second favorite, and then B is just really good characters, and then anything below that would be just kind of blah. So, I think I'm going to put Bobby in B tier. Not because he's not a good character, just because there are other characters that I like more that, the other characters that I like more would be higher on the list than he is. And that's the only reason why. That, and he's also not in the movie enough for me to rank him higher. Kind of the same situation with, Romance. I think if he got just a smidge more screen time, he could be an A, but right now he's just there. I'm also not in this, watching this movie for Bobby. I'm watching this movie for Huntrix and the Soja Boys. So he's just down there. Speaking of Huntrix, I'm going to do them next. Rumi, S tier. I don't think we have to ask any questions here. I think her and Mira are my two favorite characters. No, Mira, Romance, and Derpy and Sussy are my favorite characters out of this whole movie. So, because Mira is ranked so high, we're going to move her up to S as well. Google Slides is so annoying. Alright, there. That's what we got so far for these guys. Like I said a second ago with Bobby, I'm in this movie for Huntrix. Right? They're the main characters. We love them. This is what we're here for. So naturally, they're going to be higher. But, to contrast that statement, Zoe's going in A, just because I don't like her as much as the other two. These two, I absolutely love them. Right? But Zoe, I don't love as much as I do Mira and Rumi, so they're going in A. So she's going in A, Mira and Rumi are going in S, along with Derpy and Sussy. Yeah, alright. Next, while we're on the subject of main characters, Genu. I know a lot of people that simp for Genu, that say hear me out to Genu, especially in the demon form. There's a lot of fucking people who like Genu. I just don't. I know this kind of comes off as a hot take, and he's a fun character, right? And he is entertaining, and he's a good love interest for Rumi. However, there's so many other characters that I like more that I'm gonna put him in B tier down with Bobby. Just because, like, he's a good character, right? I like the little redemption arc we get closer to the end of the movie. The whole sacrificing his soul for Rumi is great and all, and his singing voice is nice. I just don't like him more than the other characters, so he's going down there. Now that we're back onto side characters, we have Baby, Mystery, and Abby to deal with next. And this is where the ranking gets complicated. Okay, I know this might be a hot take. Abby's going in C tier. He's my least favorite Saja boy. I don't like abs in general, right? Like, first of all, I'm gay, so I like women naturally. So the big buff ab man just is going to be the complete opposite of what I'm into. So naturally, he's going down there, especially if the whole point of the Saja boys is that they're supposed to be hot to draw people in. He's just the complete opposite, and it, like, lowers the quality of the whole thing for me. So he's going down there. Baby. Ooh, Baby's complicated. I don't dislike him, but I don't think I like him enough to put him on the same level as Bobby and Genu, especially since he does get such few little, like, screen time things. I'm pretty sure the only spoken words he says in the whole movie is goo goo gaga. So I think I'm going to put him in C tier just for that. Just because, like, again, if there was more screen time, I think I'd like him more. I know that's also kind of a hot take because a lot of people like Baby Saja. I'm just... I shrunk him. I didn't mean to shrink him. There we go. This Google Slides is very finicky today. And last up is Mystery. I think I'm going to put him down here with these two, just because, like, again, there's so little screen time, and unlike Baby and Abby, he doesn't stand out. He doesn't have anything about him that's like, oh, Abby's the strong one, oh, Baby's the rapper, Genu's the main character, Romance is the heart-shaped one, and the pink one, and just my personal favorite, so he's noticeable for me. Mystery, other than the whole his hair is covering his face thing, and he probably has a hard time seeing, that's the only thing that he stands out for. He doesn't get a speaking line, I don't think, and if he does, it's unnoticed, and then if he does sing, it blends in with everybody else too much for me to actually notice, so I'm going to put him in C tier. And that is the final character ranking. Celine, the Doctor, and Gima would all be in E tier if they were on here. I didn't feel like ranking them just because the Doctor guy's not relevant. Celine, fucking hate that bitch. And then Gima, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Gima, personally, I say hear me out as a joke. I think I talked about that in my hear me out slides recently. So he might go in D just because I say hear me out. But that's where those characters stand. So just kind of zoom in and pretend they're there. Anyway, that is the final character ranking. And while we are on the subject of characters, Candy the cameraman found out that I was making this video, and he actually requested that I added something that he wanted to say in there. And it's that Bobby is, quote, best side character ever, deserves golden statue, life size. So that's what Candy the cameraman has to say for himself. I just felt like I should add it in because he asked so nicely. So there we go. I personally disagree with this statement. Does he deserve a golden statue? Yeah. Life size, maybe a little bit smaller. Not like, it's not life size, it would just be like slightly smaller. Best side character ever? Like, it out of all time? No. In this movie, yes. I don't know which one of those Candy's talking about here, but yeah. Anyway, moving on. Next up, we have the song ranking. For the images of this one, I just kind of grabbed the images off Spotify. So it'll have, like, the song name, and then it's just the same album cover per. And I'm going to have to do a lot of zooming in because I made these images so small. So, What song are we ranking first? Let's do this one. What song is this? Hold on. Whoop. Alright, What It Sounds Like. Oh, that's hard. The first time I watched this movie, I didn't like this song as much as I did the other ones. But the more I listen to it, the more it's growing on me. So I think I'm going to put it in B tier, just because I don't like it as much as the other ones. But it's still a good song. I think C tier or lower is bad, but B tier and up is good, in my personal opinion. That's just kind of how I do tier lists. And then F tier, or like whatever the bottom is like the worst thing ever. I've always also used D tier as like don't have an opinion or haven't had it. Like if I'm doing a food tier list, I'll use whatever the second to last tier is, as in, you know, I don't know. I'll do a food one eventually. It's on my list. Let's see. Next up, we have Soda Pop. S tier. I don't think I have to answer any questions on this one. It's just, there's nothing else to say. It just goes there. It's catchy. It has good songs. The dance move is interesting. It's one of my favorite scenes in the movie. It's the first time that you get to, like, have all the hot men just be shown off beautifully like that. So it goes there. Yeah, but that's it. I don't have anything else to say. It's also stuck in my head 24/7, 365, and it lives rent-free inside my skull. Just constantly. It's just there. Even if it's for like 2 seconds, it's just kind of there. Like a second ago, the second I read the song title, my brain just went, "You're all I can think of." And I was like, "Really, brain?" And it went, "Yep, you're doing this now." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Anyway, next up we have Free. It's a good romance song, and I do enjoy singing it a lot, but I don't like it as much as What It Sounds Like or the other songs in this movie. So I'm personally gonna put it in C tier, just because like the other songs are better. It's still a really good song. The other ones are just better. Oh, also while I'm on the subject of other songs, Twice's version of Takedown, their song called Strategy, and then any of the background songs, like I think it's called Love Maybe or Path, those songs aren't here, just because Twice's version of Takedown, I'd put it in E tier. I just don't like it. Like, you didn't need to do that. We already had one. We don't need to. And if you are, put it at the bottom of the soundtrack, like after all the other songs. You know, I don't want to have to skip it every time I turn it on. And then the background music isn't prominent enough in the movie for me to rank it. It's just kind of there. I think all of it would go in D tier. No, Love Maybe would go in C tier because I listen to that song a lot, like just because I can. But the other ones would go in D tier or lower. Alright. Next up we have Golden. I'm going to put this song in A tier. Now, I know that's probably a hot take. I feel like this song should go in S tier. However, the only reason why I'm putting it in A tier is because I'm frustrated that I can't hit that note. I have tried countless times, and it's annoying. I've hit higher notes in other songs. Why can't I hit the notes in Golden? It's annoying, and it kind of pisses me off. So, it goes in A tier. And no, before the comments ask, I'm not doing a cover of any of these songs as much as my brain wants to. There's part of my brain tells me, oh, just pick a song and do a cover, even if it's for 2 seconds, everybody would love it. Yeah, but I can't hit that fucking note, so we're not doing Golden. Alright, Your Idol. Thinking. My brain is processing right now. I don't even know why I hesitated. I know I was going to put it in F tier, or S tier. Why did I hesitate? Bloop. That's S tier. Takedown. I also didn't like this song as much when I started watching the movie. So, where did I put What It Sounds Like? B? I can't decide if I'm putting this one in B or A, just because like I like it more than what it sounds like, but it's not on the same level as Golden. So I think if I had like a 0.5 tier, it would go there. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna shrink this down, and I'm gonna put it in between the lines like that, just because it's not on the same like level of oh my god, this is a good song that Golden is, but I like it more than what it sounds like. So we're putting it in between. B.5. That's what that new tier that I just made is called. And then finally we have How It's Done, S tier, and my favorite song out of the whole movie. Boom. Song ranking accomplished. I'm good at video making. Woohoo. Alright, so overall, I definitely rate this, like, however many zeros that is, out of 10. It's currently my favorite movie, and it's quickly making its way to favorite movie of all time, along with things like Tangled, Big Hero 6, Nimona, How to Train Your Dragon. It's getting up there in terms of my favorite movies. The first Spider-Verse movie I loved. It's getting up there in terms of favorite movies. So that's the rating there. I love the characters, I like the story, I like the plot, I like the animation style. I think Sony is doing really well in the movie world because of the fact that it makes original movies with original concepts and doesn't make too many sequels, right? Like they're constantly coming up with new ideas that work, like this one. And I don't even remember this movie being heard about before it came out. I kind of just saw the trailer pop up on Netflix and I was like, oh, that looks cool. And then I watched it with Pudding and we were both like glued to the screen. We loved it. Derpy is the best character out of the whole movie. I think I'm going to cosplay as Rumi at some point. I don't know when. I think it might be next Halloween. This Halloween I'm doing Miku, and I'll make a video on that when the time comes. But as of right now, I'm not doing it, but I'd like to at some point. Let's see, do I have anything else to say before this video ends? I don't write scripts for these guys. There is no script here. I improvise everything. The only script I have is the hey guys, it's frosting bit. After that, there is no script and there is no planning. Let's see. If you have any other videos or random things that you want my thoughts on, let me know in the comments down below. Or just video ideas in general, because I'm open to anything, honestly. But for now, I am going to go have some dinner since I'm filming this, what time is it right now, like 5:30? Yeah, I'm filming this at like 5:30, so I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.